Honorable Senator Mushahid Hussain Sayed.
Thank you, sir. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. First of all, I'd like to compliment my distinguished colleague, Kurutulan Mari Saiba, for for her strategic clarity on the Palestinian issue. And I think she's not pulled any punches. Sir, it's a great moment that the Parliament of Pakistan, the Senate of Pakistan is focusing on Palestine, because for us, Palestine is part of our DNA from the day one creation of Pakistan, because the Qaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah talked of Palestine. Even before the creation of Pakistan, and when the 23rd March 1940 resolution was passed, there were two resolutions, one for the self-determination of the Muslims of the subcontinent, and one for the self-determination of the people of Palestine. So we have been very, very consistent and clear in our position. And we are the only non-Arab country, Mr. Chairman, which has taken part in two Arab-Israeli wars in 1967 and 1973. And our pilots have shot down Israeli planes. And we should not forget, yes, and that when Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto was Prime Minister, the Islamic conference was held in Lahore. And for the first time, the Palestine Liberation Organization, PLO, under the leadership of Yasser Arafat, was accorded the official recognition as the sole legitimate representative of the people of Palestine in Pakistan. So Pakistan's own future, our role in the Middle East, our focus on Palestine is inextricably intertwined. Sir, on this issue, I would say there are three clear areas we should focus on. Number one, what is the cause of what happened on 7th of October? The resistance by the Palestinian people to the repression of Israel. 6 years of occupation, 15 years of blockade, 5 Arab-Israeli wars in Gaza. And let me also make it very clear, because the Western media has been talking that Hamas, which is also a duly elected representative of the people of Gaza, in January 2006, Mr. Chairman, there were elections in Gaza, monitored by the former American President Jimmy Carter, who said they are the freest elections that took place in the Middle East. In that, Hamas emerged as an elected representative of the people of Gaza. And so they have their ministries, they have their government, and we are very proud of the fact, the Senate of Pakistan, that I was then chairman of the Foreign Relations Committee in June 2006. We hosted the Hamas Foreign Minister Mahmoud Zahar when he came to Pakistan in June 2006, and we also provided him financial and other support, and he addressed our parliament here. And I think that we have this kind of history, so we should be very clear. Hamas is a political organization representing the people of Palestine, opposing the state terrorism of Israel. The second aspect, which is very important, is, which is also referred to my distinguished colleague who just spoke before me, the Israeli war crimes. These are not just ordinary war crimes. These are crimes against humanity, they are war crimes, and they are tantamount to genocide, carnage, ethnic cleansing of a kind that has not been seen in human history since the Holocaust of Second World War. Out of 35 hospitals, 19 have been smashed. Last night, the top cancer hospital of Gaza has been bombed. Then out of 2.3 million people, 800,000 are homeless. 30% of homes are already destroyed in Gaza. So the destruction is on a scale that is unprecedented. And here I would also like to mention that those who are complicit in these war crimes, especially the Western regimes, United States of America led by President Biden, UK led by Rishi Sunak, and the European Union also. They talk of human rights. They have been exposed as hypocritical regimes with double standards, because they have even opposed, Mr. Chairman, any ceasefire. And yesterday, the US Congress met for passing a new bill of $105 billion on aid to Israel and to Ukraine. So you can see that in this situation, they are partners in crime. But I would also like to commend the people of the West, Western public opinion, whether it's London, Paris, Berlin, New York, Jewish, Christians, Muslims, Hindus, 6, they have all risen. And they've come out in the biggest and the most massive demonstrations in the West since the Iraq War. And who is a partner in crime apart from the West? India. India was the first country to speak about supporting Israel. And I think that has also been exposed. So Pakistan's stand should be very clear. We should call for an immediate end to the genocide in Gaza. We should call for the end of the Israeli occupation. We should call for the Palestinian state with Jerusalem at its capital. We should also call immediately for supplies, humanitarian supplies through the Rafah crossing. And sir, Mr. Chairman, we should make it very clear there is absolutely no question of any recognition of the Zionist entity called Israel. That is not acceptable for us. Because every few months at a time we hear, sometimes from Islamabad, sometimes from Pindi, voices which are muted. They talk of recognition of Israel. That is not part of our agenda, because whether it's the people of Kashmir or the people of Palestine, the two causes are inextricably intertwined. They're causes which are legitimate for resistance to occupation, and they are causes that are linked with UN resolutions that have been defied. And Pakistan should play a forefront role in that. And Mr. Chairman, finally, I'd like to say that you should also send a strong letter to the Western parliaments also exposing these crimes, because they always tell us to do more. They give us long lectures on foreign policy, on human rights, on civil liberties. But even yesterday I saw people have been sacked in the West. Officials, British parliamentary undersecretary who was a minister of state, he was sacked because he called for a ceasefire. So much for freedom of expression on the issue of Gaza. And I salute President Erdogan of Turkey for taking a very strong stand. He led the million-man march in Istanbul 3 days ago, and he has taken a very clear position. And the people of Pakistan would like to assure the people of Palestine that whether in these difficult times, we stand with them firmly and strongly. And I think that we should also think of, Mr. Chairman, a parliamentary delegation going through the Rafah crossing in Gaza with relief supplies to show our solidarity with the people of Palestine. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ji.